We're going to begin tonight with President Biden marking his first year in office with a news conference as his administration faces a growing list of challenges and setbacks. Well, just today, Senate Democrats are expected to fail in their latest effort to overhaul the nation's voting laws, while the president's Build Back Better package remains stalled. January has been an especially difficult month, with the Supreme Court blocking the president's vaccine mandate and the growing tension at the Russia-Ukraine border. Well, the president addressed the growing threat from COVID and the fast-spreading Omicron variant by assuring Americans that the country would not be returning to lockdowns or the closing of schools. He encouraged states and school districts across the country to use the funding to keep schools open. And addressing Russia, the president warned that it would be, quote, a disaster for Russia, and they would pay a stiff price if they were to invade Ukraine. CBS's Nancy Cordes had a front row seat and joins us from the White House. Good evening, Nancy. It feels like a lot of news was made in that very long press conference.
And there's a reason for that, Norah. It's because he took questions for nearly 1 hour and 45 minutes, weighing in on everything from voting rights to climate change to Nielsen ratings. He said that when it comes to COVID testing, his team could have moved faster. And he said he may now have to break some of his biggest priorities into smaller chunks if he's to have any hope of getting them passed.
I did not anticipate that there'd be such a stalwart effort to make sure that the most important thing was that President Biden didn't get anything done. Think about this. What are Republicans for?
President Biden argued he's had a successful year one in the face of approval ratings that have fallen 17 points.
This afternoon, the Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said that the midterm elections are going to be a report card on your progress on inflation, border security, and standing up to Russia. Do you think that that's a fair way to look at it? And if so, how do you think that report card looks right now?
I think report cards can look pretty good if that's where we're at. But look, the idea that Mitch has been very clear. He's going to do anything to prevent Biden from being a success.
With his massive social spending plan stalled in Congress and voting reform expected to fail, Mr. Biden argued it's former President Trump's influence that has prevented him from working more with Republicans.
Did you ever think that one man out of office could intimidate an entire party? I've had 5 Republican senators talk to me, bump into me, quote unquote, or sit with me, who've told me that they agree with whatever I'm talking about for them to do. But Joe, if I do it, I'm going to defeat it in a primary. We got to break that. It's got to change.
Polls also showed declining support for the president's handling of the pandemic, something he acknowledged.
I know there's a lot of frustration and fatigue in this country.
The administration has been heavily criticized for mixed messaging on mask wearing, announcing today they'll send 400 million N95 masks to Americans for free starting next week. The lack of available testing has also been an issue.
Should we have done more testing earlier? Yes, but we're doing more now.
And Nancy's back with us. I know you asked the president about the path forward on voting rights now that that bill is stalled in the Senate. What did he tell you?
Norah, he said that it will involve executive action, but that he didn't want to reveal his strategy right now. Interestingly, he was also asked about frustration in the Black community, a feeling that he should have done more and should have done it sooner. He said that it's a problem of my own making. I should have been out there communicating more.
Nancy Cordes with all that news. Thank you.